The way you approach life is going to be, if you have a fair run and you don't get run over or have a serious accident or something, because accidents do happen or tragedies happen. These aren't uncommon. But the way you go about your life relative to your habits and your eating styles, excuse me, your exercise habits, the way you communicate and develop yourself, these types of things, the way you face abuse or dish it out, these types of things will determine to some degree how your life turns out, because a lot of this stuff impacts our thinking and our choices. Now, I made a conscious choice many years ago after seeing friends and family members die at a young age that my life wasn't about work, it was about lifestyle, what I was going to do in my life without being negligent that would work for me, things that worked for me in my life, fun things, healthy things. And I've come across people that are just not going to, for whatever reason. They can have, look, and there's all the excuses in the world, all of them. Let me give you an example. You may have been sexually abused as a child. That's an intrusion, that's a violation, and it is not good at all. And that person who has done that needs to go to jail. They need to be locked up, put away. Yet I, as a swimmer, used to swim with this man at the pool, and he was a better swimmer than I was. He swam 3K with one leg missing. He was walking along the road and a car ran over him from behind and he lost one of his legs from the knee down. But he made a choice to stay fit, eat well, and make the most of his life with what he had. Now, not everybody does that. Pain's a horrible thing and it can grind you into the ground. So people medicate, and that's fair enough. Nobody wants to suffer pain. And all the consequences and things that come with that. So we turn to medications and the advice of doctors and these things that we know that will help us heal. And it's okay to do that. That's fine. We should do that. But many of us dig a hole for ourselves that makes things worse. We create other problems out of problems that we're trying to fix. We create other problems. We're trying to fix things for ourselves, but it's not always on the one hand it fixes the problem, but on the other hand it makes things worse, and people will profit out of our pain. I'm going to say that again. People will profit from our pain. That means people can gain from the remedies that you're trying to use to fix your pain. And so sometimes the sales of the product become more important than the result that the person is trying to find. So now you've got an addiction, or the consequences of the medication working against you, and all of that it really did was just cover up, gloss over, film over the pain, but it didn't fix the root. Now, in some instances, there is no fixing of the problem. And that's a whole different kettle of fish. And that's very, very sad for people that just can't and will never be able to find their way out of the way they've been created. And that's just something that we can't explain, and we do and should, ask the question of God, why? And I think the answer is, where I've gotten to with it, is we want to count ourselves very lucky for who we are and what we have, and we shouldn't abuse it, see? This is where it comes down to, are we abusing the way we've been made? And unfortunately, many of us are, some worse than others. And we can't make excuses for ourselves. We're either going to choose to improve, or we're going to allow ourselves to grow weaker and more feeble before our time. I want to challenge you to take a look in the mirror at yourself and ask yourself, what's one thing that I can improve, that I can get rid of or add to my life to improve it? And challenge yourself, just bit by bit, to implement that strategy into your life. Just that one thing. And then check on your interpersonal reward system that God's given you. Don't let the voices tell you. You make up your own mind as to whether your improvement implementation has worked. And if it does work, you can say to yourself, well, yes, I do have the will and the ability to make choices for myself that will improve my life. And if it doesn't work, try something else. Many of us live in a world of defeat because we expect things overnight. But sometimes change takes weeks, months, and years. And when we finally get the result that we've been aiming for and pushing toward. That's confirmation that we all, within ourselves, have the ability and capabilities to be able to change and improve for our better.